a Gen Z person really, I don't know how to put this, but we care about ourselves a lot.
Wow.
Which is what every human being should have.
Is it that you care
we
about
care
yourself?
about ourselves so much that we don't care who we are watching while caring for ourselves.
Is that the same thing you guys call self-love?
It's one of the things. That's a millennial language for that.
So every other person can go to hell as long as you're fine.
You can either choose hell or heaven, but you can go. Either anywhere you want to go, you can go.
You see what
but if you are fine, then it's and then I don't know, maybe it's selfishness rebranded, but I think it's good to some extent. But like I said, these are just stereotypes. There are people who don't have any of these things I've mentioned.
I think they are quite individualistic as well. They are very, and I think it's a result of them. I mean, millennials, I think most millennials they grew up in a kind of, another kind of world where they have seen so many transitions from baby boomers, from seeing a lot to seeing that then things reduce. From abundance to a kind of recession. That's what millennials, they've seen Nigeria, they've seen things being very, very abundant, things being in abundance.
My heart goes out to all
reducing, right? So millennials, they've experienced a lot that they just want the hard work. But then the Gen Zs have seen that.
Not like want it.
You want it. You want them.
No, it's just something that they are now used to. Like, okay, we have to work hard to get what we
millennials are special
want. But
needs.
Gen Zs were born into this. Like, they had to make their way through so many things. Like Itty was saying, he went to apply for a job at 16, right? Most millennials at 16, most of them, maybe they were working in their father's house. They were doing, they didn't have that opportunity.
What was I doing at 16?
Exactly.
That was when I finished.
Maybe you are in secondary school. Your mom the mother will follow them to go and write UTME, follow them to write post UTME.
Nobody said
for my sisters, nobody
nobody said
they are quite individualistic a lot, and it's based, and that's why I said it's a social construct. It's based on the experience. It's something they grew with, and that actually fuels their independence. They feel like, at 15 I can leave my house. I know then at 15 even if I wanted to go somewhere, I had curfew till I was 20, till I was 22 safe.
Oh no, there's curfew, but it's also your choice to obey it or disobey it.
And I think that even parents
exactly. Yes, now it's your choice. Wait till they go do, they go kill you. They go shout, everybody go rest now. And why they go club 15, 16.
I think the parents are now coming to terms with it as well, especially parents that are intelligent and want their children to be better.
Do you think it's about the intelligence or the fact that parents grow to a certain age that they just let some things slide? Because the way they brought you up is not the way they are handling Omotayo.
And now. This is like a conversation we have in my house almost every time. We're like, myself and my immediate younger sister, we're almost always telling my parents, why are you being partial to these children? What I would do on a normal day when I was young, and no, like the kind of my mother would pull her slippers and throw it at you, but my sister, like my brother, could literally go and ask my daddy, why are you sitting there? That's not your space. Like, that's my space. Or maybe he stood up to get water.
Oh boy, you
bro. Ikana and I spoke about this thing today. So my sister has kids, and my mother, the way she treats, so Ikana just came to tell me one now that my sister's daughter went to tell my mom that she has a crush in her class. My sister's daughter, for context, is like 6 years old. She's like 6. She went to tell my mom that she had a crush. So my mom was not telling Ikana that she first calmed down and asked her, what is a crush? Ikana was like, when you they raise me, they don't even born me, but make I come tell you first say I get crush.
Even at 18, like once you are still in your year 1, year 2,
now,
nobody, like you can't even, it's when you are now, maybe when you are almost done final year, or when you are 7, they now start asking
final year and when you're
how far, but up until your year 4, year 3, they are mostly just saying, like, so
I think they have just realized that all that shouting will really not do anything, because you that your mommy beats you that you should not have girlfriend, you were still having girlfriend then.
Was I can't remember.
Don't worry, nobody's watching this from your family, don't worry. You still had, because all those, the people who are the wayward millennials now, they beat them
what
too.
Do you mean by wayward?
But we know
the meaning of wayward.
Okay.
Do you want me to call your name? Kule now. Kule now.
I'm not wayward anyway.
Yeah, but like, they just realize that even if you flog from that tomorrow, it won't still work. I'll still do what I want to do. So I feel like millennials grew up with this constriction in their heads. It might not have been real, but just because of the surroundings and the environment, both economically, even socially, like they just grew up with this restriction. So it's inborn. There are things they cannot do and there are things they can do. But for we Gen Zs, we grew up to see the restrictions, and then we just realized that it's not really restriction. We can still fashion it and still do our P. Like before now, school was everything. For instance, in your time, you're not so old, don't worry. But in your time, you can tell that growing up, you really had to be a lawyer if you really wanted to make it. Like you had to be a doctor.
There were limited options.
Yeah, there were limited options. Like it was really just school. And then if you as a lawyer now, you have to act like a lawyer. So lawyers your parents' age, they are lawyers. They grew up as lawyers. As far no social life, even their social life is with fellow lawyers. No clubbing because you are a lawyer and everything. But now you and your lawyer are going to club together. Because I work in entertainment, and entertainment solely runs on law and accounting. You understand? So when artists, for instance, is going to club, he's going with his lawyer. They are still lawyers. They're even probably more successful than the people who don't go to clubs.
Maybe that's because that's an entertainment lawyer.
No. I have other friends. My sister is a lawyer, and I know what my sister they do. And she's not in entertainment. I don't go casting. Don't worry. But yeah, like now those things, just realize that you can live life and still do the work.
Yeah.
So I can be a successful person as an artist, like painter, and I can even be more successful than you, that you are a banker. Do you understand?
I feel they've seen more options.
So there is no limit. I can live life. So why am I restricting myself if I can live life? So I like to say that millennials are everything that Gen Z are everything that millennials wish they were.
You
and
said this thing to me
and
before, and we will start this
very
fight
true.
again.
It is very, very true, because everything you castigate Gen Z for, you wish you were. But your own training will not allow you.
That's not true.
Facts. Do you not agree that most of the old training they get, or some of them, are not supposed to be there?
But they help to shape our
Some of them did not help
so
to shape anything. They just traumatized you.
I agree with you.
I don't want the trauma.
But not all. But there are some that actually still helped to shape. So we can't really throw the baby away with the bathwater. Really, there are some that
that's a millennial quote. Gen Z will never say that. Basically, because I baby and bathwater.
Let it slide.
But that's the truth, really. We shouldn't really
it's giving wise one.
Sage.
It's giving wisdom.
Sage vibe.
But really, I think that's about it. We should just, like, there are some things we can pick from our own upbringing that still work, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the virtues of dedication, diligence, these things are not things that normal people would want to do. Nobody wants to go through the growth process, growing structures, hierarchy. There are things that would shape your perspective. Maybe not hierarchy, but I mean, the whole process of, like, life is in there's a reason.
Even hierarchy self.
Yeah, there's a reason there is maybe rainy season and dry season, and there's a reason these things.
I'm beginning to suspect you're a baby boomer.
But really, there's a reason these things are there, right? They just help. They help with the natural process of life. So if anybody tries to skip that, it's going to be a disaster. And that's why we have people who they don't go through the process. They just arrive and
they don't know how to
manage and fizzle out. So there's a place for process, and this is one of the things that we learned growing up. I mean, I learned growing up, and it's something that I would want to inculcate in my children as well.
There are definitely
there are things to drop. There are excesses, there are extremes.
For instance, our parents, they had the culture and tradition. That you had to let go of most of them because they know help you.
Yes.
Culture and tradition, your younger sister cannot marry before you. No. Babe cannot toast guy. You had to drop it by.
Those cultures, those traditions need to be let go of at some point, because it just breeds unnecessary division. I don't know why you guys are still having side talks.
We'll talk about this.
We'll talk about
this. So for this traits that we've mentioned so far now, how do you think this affects, like, work life and, like, career for Gen Z?
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, because of that thinking outside the box attitude, like there's really no limits, like I mentioned earlier, to the things we can do in the workplace. But then at the same time, your structures feel like you're trying to make us you.
Yeah, true.
Like it feels like you're trying to make me like you, and hello, I don't want to be like you. Like it took me so much to be this free at thoughts.
Yeah.
And you are not coming to come and try to cage it. There will definitely be resistance. Yeah. So I think the idea is to just find like a balance, something that works for both of us, and put me in a role that I can function at my best, the way I want to function. If you go and put me in another role, you will not get what you want.
I have issues with this putting in a role thing. But
put me in a role.
I think some organizations have actually worked around where you can have movement within the organization. So like when my former place of work, where the first place I worked, second place I worked, at Rent Money, sorry I had to mention the brand, but I mean it's not something terrible. So at Rent Money, there's something.
So you put PIM on that.
I mean, there's something they do, right? When you come in, you can actually move within the team. So when you come in, we even had a graduate training program. So after a while, when you see you move through the teams, then you see what works best for you, what you really are passionate about, and then you can now focus on that. So I think some organizations are working around that. So even if I know, even the last place I worked, right, that I just resigned from, I know people who came in as something else and then maybe came in as, say, a product designer, but maybe during your process of working in products, you realize that I actually prefer marketing. I enjoy marketing a lot, and then you move. So it doesn't change. And I think it's something that organizations are actually currently working towards, and I think it's going to really change the game, right?
I have a friend at BBC, and that's what he does. Like right now, he's going through the department. So when you come into the firm, you first start out at radio, media production, everything.
Then you can now specialize.
You can now pick the one you want to do. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, so that you don't put me where I don't want to be, and then you now come and start complaining that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do after you don't put me for box.
But you have to realize that even in that specialization,
I don't have to realize. Even
in that specialization, there are some things that you won't like. There are some protocols in that space that you probably won't like. You have to just come to terms with it. Not everything will be sweeting you per se.
Why not?
Even in your life, it's not everything you like to do.
Why not? So why am I doing it if I don't like to do it?
But do you like to wake up at 5 a.m.? But sometimes you have to do it.
Not true. It's true. Millennials, they are right. Because this school where they go.
You really know.
I don't want to go anywhere. No, you're right.
Okay. So thank you. Yeah. What are the things you think employers can do better when it comes to recruiting and working with Gen Z?
Oh, okay. As a Gen Z person.
Okay. Yeah.
I mentioned already, like, find out where exactly you think we want to function, and then that's number one. Okay. Another thing is let the compensation be what it's. Don't tell me it's a 6-figure job.
I really laugh on hearing this.
And the work I'm doing, I'm expecting 700k, and you're giving me 100 because some of them is 6-figure. Am I a joke to you? Am I a joke to you? Don't give me job that you know that the compensation is not worth the work. That's another one.
Okay.
Another one is don't stress my life, because after 5 o'clock, if I'm supposed to close, I will not touch that laptop again. If it's 5, I'm closing by 5. Don't keep me there till 9 o'clock. I will not answer you.
What if it is like the job or that particular task requires you? Okay,
we'll continue tomorrow now. If people die before now and tomorrow, between now and tomorrow,
it's a matter of urgency now.
They'll be fine. Because something I've come to learn is that your urgency is not my own.
Your urgency is not my emergency.
You can be dying and fire be burning your building. It's not my building. It's not my dying. I care about it, but not that much to now come and affect my own urgency. Yeah. Unless I'm in love with you, and like we are lovers or friends or something.
See what we are saying.
I can now fit you into my schedule. But if you are not that, please wait. Tomorrow we'll talk. Why are you calling me over the weekend for work?
But
okay, that one I don't agree with.
I'm my family. Yeah. So why are you texting me? Why are you calling me on WhatsApp? I'll off my data. I'll look at it ring out.
I think Gen Z should actually be
now it's employers.
Yes.
Now. What do you think?
So I would so let me just start with the structure of an organization. It's not your daddy's house. So it's not.
Wait, who are you talking to, Gen Z?
Yes.
Okay, let me see.
So the business was not built so that you come there and relax and enjoy, right? So please don't get me wrong.
I will drop our handle.
Yes.
You can drag her directly.
Thank you very much.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're quite a number.
Already writer, Twitter. That's her.
There are quite a number of things, right, that the employers can do. One of the things is encourage flexibility. Like I was saying before, if this work can be done in 2 hours, you don't need to tell me you have to do it between 8 and 10. If I can do it at any other point, just let flexibility be there. And then I think Gen Zs are really attracted to a lot to technology. Just allow your business be tech savvy, right? Just innovate as much as possible. They don't really like bureaucracies. They don't like to see the major problem most Gen Zs I know have. Once they come across a blocker, like there's this creativity pump, right? Yeah. But then you now block it. It drains them. So just make everything, use technology to your advantage, right? And then one of the things I was going to say is the issue of compensation. Yeah. As much as we say make the compensation worth it, you can't deny the fact that there are some skills. There are some skill sets. There is hierarchy in an organization. There is pay. There's something we call pay structure, right? There's a compensation structure based on your level. If I assess you, right, during the point of recruitment or interview, and you're an analyst level person, I will not pay you what I'll pay an associate, because right now I'm now working against my own compensation structure, right? So there's a company culture that works. So when we are, and then I think one of the things they really enjoy is honesty. So at the point of the interview, let them know. Don't say attractive compensation.
I think everybody loves that. Not just
thank you very much.
Don't be honest with you.
Loves and deserves.
Yes.
Like I'm not saying give everybody the same salary, but give me what is worth my work.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
but I think Gen Zs also need to be considerate at some point.
Who determines the what now? Are you the one or the
see employer? as a human being,
it's both ways.
As a child of God, you know that it's not 50K you're supposed to be giving me for this work I'm doing.
But it goes both ways. So as a Gen Z, you're trying to apply for a job. You know, if this job is not is below your worth, please don't take it. Don't come and stress me. I know people that I've worked with and they are stressing me because they're not earning enough. Please leave. Like, nobody has put your leg that by force by fire you must work in this organization.
They said it was too bad for my mental health.
No.
It's not giving.
Leave peacefully. Leave peacefully.
Why?
And logically.
Did you pay me peacefully?
Don't tell me Sokwoti Law as an email and you are
gone.
Like I will say it's gone.
Send
me it's gone email and then you're out of do it
because you didn't treat me proper when I was in your place. So why will I treat you right when I'm leaving?
So there's something about two wrongs not making it right.
Who wants to be? Do I look like I want to be right? I have no business in being right. I just want to leave because that's what I have left.
And then there's something about your posterity, right? You are going to another place.
I really don't care about all those.
You probably will need a recommendation. So for your own good, you might want to try to live peaceably and see. I know there was my very first place of work, right? Before I even started working in HR, when it was an NGO, and it wasn't like I was treated the best of ways. But when I was leaving, see, there's something about I don't know the word for it right now, but it's something about the corporate world. You don't see everything is not black and white.
Yeah, she said it.
Everything is not black and white. See, even if somebody is frustrating your life, it's fine if you want to be honest with the person and have a conversation with the person. But when you are, in the outside world, there's a corporate behavior that you need to put on. So I'm sending an email. That's why you see people sending an email. What they want to tell you is, get out of my sight. You are irritated or something crazy. But what they are saying is,
perhaps we want to circle back tomorrow.
Yes, let's circle back on this. I was telling somebody I think recently that I've never liked those words. Everybody that has told me they will circle back has never circled back. So that kind of, so there's a corporate, there are corporate linguals, right? There are corporate words that you can use. There are things you can
Sorry,
do.
can I?
You don't need to be.
God bless you.
You
see, these are the issues we face. Because you have mentioned posterity, you have mentioned black and white, you have mentioned circle back. I really don't care because you are doing all these things because the only reason you are doing this is because you don't want to be disrespectful to this person because you might jam somewhere tomorrow and they are the ones that help you.
You think future in everything.
I care about you and your future. I don't even want you to help me. Don't you get?
It's a small world.
I don't care about your small world. I will survive regardless. If I do something bad to you and I leave and I jam you somewhere and you don't give me what you could have given me if we left on good notes, I'll find it in another
But
place.
it depends
If I
on
don't
what
find
it
I'll
depends
still
on what
survive.
that thing is. There are some things
I
that
will
you
still
They're
survive.
limited to like maybe the
And I feel like you shouldn't get to teach me morals. My parents did a great job at that. So leave me alone and my
So
mom. If
I
I don't
don't
like
think-
you, I don't like you. I will live how I want to live. If you don't help me in future, no wahala, don't help me. Somebody else will help me. If they don't help me, no wahala, I'll still survive
I
regardless.
remember that you will still, work with
but
people.
you know
and
that
apply
it's not
with
just about you.
Wait,
See, when you get
This is not me, oh. I'm speaking for GenZ, I beg.
people. Don't go and spoil your future.
I
because-
beg. No. But I don't know if you get me. It's like you are in a place. I've worked in places like that before where they're treating you like crap, like honest crap, and you just can't wait to leave.
Yeah. I can relate.
just
I'll
live
just leave.
peaceably. Yeah, you don't have to create or burn
But it's
bridges, right?
interesting.
There's no point
Yeah.
burning
I
bridges
think
because
burning
Sometimes
bridges
it's a
is the
point
actual thing.
burning bridges. Though.
I mean-
Okay, for instance, the people you left well, what are they doing for you since then?
You don't know
I might
yet
not be able
now.
to tell now. I mean, this is not the end of my life. This is not all there is to me, right? It might not even be me they would help. It
Don't
might be
worry.
my sister.
Auntie, they will not have any of your family. Don't
So,
worry.
and then it might not be about helping people. It's
Yeah.
also about your
Reputation
self-image,
too.
your like how I want to feel about myself. I don't want to be that person who disrespects another person because of how I
Okay,
feel
so
at the
then
moment.
it's a conflict of interest. You have interest in all of that. I don't. So that's where it just
Let's
settles
just leave
in.
this thing. But
All right,
just to,
I will.
It's an issue of what you care about
just
and
to
what
wrap-
I
Yeah.
care about.
just to wrap up this session of this whole thing is that what are like the craziest email, like maybe I want to stop working now that GenZ has given you, like, okay, you said something about Sokbotil or something.
I saw that on
What
the
are
internet. I was like, what is
No,
this?
I'm talking about your own
Okay, I
personal
think
experiences. There was
personally-
one you shared with me before. I can't remember.
I have one.
What's
Is that
crazy?
weird?
What was
one?
it?
Like a Gen Z person sending me one of those crazy emails. Like
Like-
me, way
like-
defending Gen Z.
Stopping work, like I don't.
No,
want
it
to-
wasn't stop. It was
Okay.
applying for work.
Oh.
Okay.
The person was supposed to send a cover letter, and the cover letter he had something like can't remember the exact words. It's like now you must hire me because you're in love with me.
Wow.
Person I know serving Papa before.
Wow.
I'm like, are you? And do you know the sick thing? I employed her.
They play.
I employed her. That's the sick thing I did because I got the vibe I was looking for. Like she passed the vibe
What
check.
Yeah.
about the vibe for Gen Z?
I know I've had a conversation with somebody. Well, it was during the recruitment process. So we had a conversation and then we're talking and then it was, I think we maybe had the almost hiring the person. So we had done the technical interview part. We had done the focus interview and then maybe I think it was our culture. And then I was having a conversation on phone. At Culture Fit, you get to meet, say, the head of HR or the CEO. So we're having a conversation on the phone, and I was asking her, "Don't you think?" She said she was very honest. She said, "I don't like it when you ask me, don't you think? It makes me think I'm not thinking, and that's not who I am." So I'm like, okay, I like this person. Because actually, who we're looking for on that team was somebody who could actually come in and do the work and really put things straight. Don't cover up anything. On that team, we've had too many. This is how we've always done it. This is the structure we've always had. So we needed somebody that will come and disrupt the. So just based on that conversation, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I said that. So what would you like me to say? And then she's like, maybe you should say something else, but don't ask me. Don't you think? And I'm like, okay, cool. So after the culture fit, so we had two of them like that really made it. And then they were asking, I mean, you would have the hiring panel where they have to ask you, okay, why should we hire this person? What do you think? And then I'm like, I like her honesty. And every single person on that panel started saying, oh yes, we had this conversation. I like how she spoke here. And because of that, she was hired. So some of these things are not bad when they express their opinions. But there are some that are quite unruly. And even apart from hiring, I know somebody that to my CEO, messaged the CEO on our general channel where we on our conversational channel that it was birthday, and normally when you have birthdays we put you on the group, everybody wishes you happy birthday. The CEO does not even personally wish people happy birthday, like
the person asked to be wished,
except maybe the person called that our CEO like not wished me happy birthday. Like the guy had to,
is it your birthright?
I'm not kidding, it was the guy had to come and then wish him personally, come and wish him that.
So he
you
was
asked for it. I think some of these things work for them.
Some of these things, I think, and that's why they do it all the time.
Now you want to be that person.
No, I don't want.
You want to. You know you wanna. You want. Olukun, I want to ask you this question. Wouldn't it be nice if you were the person that called out the CEO?
Where
you see? You see what I'm saying?
No, I don't want.
You're trying to be like us.
I like this guts, right?
Yeah,
but
I think
don't.
it's about
You want that guts and you can't have it because you're like, you are scared. How will I call out my CEO?
No, I would call out my CEO for something else, but not that. That's a trivial issue.
That's why it's interesting to you. So my birthday is not important to me. My mental health.
Okay, I let that go. So you
don't let us go into that mental health.
I think another thing I've received would be maybe a resignation, and then the person was usually when we not a resignation. So when we are wishing people and bidding them farewell, right? We say there's something we always say like don't be a stranger, and then maybe the person was expecting. Usually it's an automated message. You know, your last day we put it, and then we say don't be a stranger. Before we put out that message, the person wrote an epistle and said, before you ask, I will be a stranger. Like
because I will. So you don't gonna be having expectations.
I'm like, you
I won't
don't
come back.
see. There are some of these things you don't have to say it.
Why?
I mean, if you are leaving because maybe you were asked to resign or something, or maybe for an issue that happened and you need to go. See, you don't need to tell anybody. We already know that you'll be a constant stranger. We already know that
so
you probably will not reach out. So it's just corporate lingo. Let it go, let it flow. There are some things you need to let go, but you guys are always holding on to things like
some corporate linguas affect their mental health.
Yes, now see me now, I'm shaking. Yeah, shouted on me too much.
Okay, just to wrap things up. This is the segment where we just try to ease things, just play game, ask questions, that kind of thing. That GenZ giving thing.
It's not GenZ giving.
He's giving.
And sorry, I have to say this. All those videos that people make. And you'll be like, how GenZ couples break up, how GenZ people resign.
It's fun now.
It's cringe. I don't want to see it again.
It might not resonate with you.
But that's actually reflective of some relationships.
No, I don't talk like that. I don't say
that is you
among
millions.
But I'm a GenZ, right? And I don't think I know anybody that speaks GenZ lingo and throughout their conversations. So just stop.
That is you.
But some of those things really they spice things up really. Like
I know, spice.
Yeah,
Let's do it for millennials. How do millennials talk? Let's do that.
Don't worry, that will be another episode. That will be on another episode. Yeah. So on this part now, so we're going to play a quick game. It's about you.
She's dancing. Yes.
What? Yes. That's the one thing I can't.
Play Skelew.
Okay, so two truths and
two truths and a lie.
And a lie, yeah.
Truth or dare game. Please start with him.
So you guys tell us like two truths and a lie, and we both.
You have to guess the lie.
Identify what the lie.
See, this is hard. Why? Because she knows everything about my life.
Hey, let's try it now.
I don't. Now you're putting me.
She truly knows.
Exactly.
She does.
Let's try it now. So who goes first?
Let her go first.
Okay, ladies first. Yeah.
Okay. I have to think about this. Two truths and a lie.
Can you even lie? She doesn't have the ability to lie.
Let's know.
No, I'm not a saint now.
Sure.
Yes, you are. Oh yeah.
Okay, two truths and a lie. I wear a size 39 shoe.
Thank you for saying
Whatever. I'm not even going to act like I heard you.
Okay.
I wear size 39 shoe.
You know what 39 looks like. Okay, but don't worry. Continue.
Why am I on this set with this terrible humans? My hair color is brown.
Oh, that's hard to tell now.
Aww.
I mean my natural hair.
Yeah.
Color is brown.
Yeah, the last child of the family.
That's what I was going to say.
No, you guys know that one.
Oh, you're married next weekend.
No, you know that one already.
That could be a shocker though.
My favorite color. My favorite color is black.
I do I feel like I know the answer.
But you don't know it, and I made sure that you. Okay, why should I even say this?
Okay, can you come again, please? So we can.
I wear a size 39 shoe.
Hair color is brown.
My hair color is brown. My favorite color is black.
The lie, right?
What's the truth?
I know the truth is your favorite.
I think it's easier to just say the lie.
Yeah.
What's the lie?
Your hair color is.
No, you wear a size 39.
Yeah.
You actually wear 37.
I said, what's the lie?
Yes,
what's the lie?
The lie is you wear.
That's my lie.
Yeah. That's what you think is a lie.
Yeah.
You're wrong. Both wrong.
Ah.
Yes.
You don't know me again.
Yeah.
So what's the lie?
I actually wear a size 39.
You reached 39.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shocker.
I wear a size
That's a
39.
Wow.
I thought it would like.
So what's the
Let me
lie?
just see
So it
what
would be
I thought it
like
would be.
22.
I'd rather not say.
I wear a size 39. My hair color is brown. My favorite color is not black. I
So
don't
what's
have
your
a favorite
favorite
color.
I have to beg her
Black
not
is
to
the only
wear
thing you
black
have.
to
Like
this
black
show.
is the only thing you have.
But
I
that's
literally
not
had to
my
message
favorite
her.
color.
So why do you have what's not your favorite? Why are you doing that
Because
to yourself?
it's easier. I mean, I don't like colors. Like I don't
So what's your
like
favorite color?
I don't have any. But I don't like the fact that I have to combine colors and also it's easier for me to choose white or black. So I have
So it's
majorly
your,
white
it's your
and
go-to
black.
color.
It's my go-to, yeah, but it's not my favorite.
Coming to IT now, okay.
Okay.
Two truths and
To choose and lie.
you have a girlfriend.
Wait, this is on YouTube, I mean.
Definitely everywhere.
So my mom will watch it. No, I'm not doing that one. Okay. And I check my hair color. I don't know. Okay. The first one is I prefer Apple products to Android products.
Okay.
That's the first one. The second one is that I love beans a lot. And the third one is that my favorite color is pink.
White colors. Now the color makes it difficult.
No, it's not difficult. For me, I think
So it was my first one.
you like Apple products.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually
that's
true.
true,
Yeah, that's true. Did you say your favorite color is pink?
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
third
that's
one.
the lie. I take that as the lie.
You
Your
go.
favorite color is not pink.
No. I don't think.
Okay.
I think now it's going to be like me. Like I know that you wear pink and you like pink, but I don't think that's your favorite. I don't know. You don't like beans a lot. That's a lie. That's a big
Mother
lie.
figure, yeah. I can't argue with you.
If I
like-
tell you that,
stick
she
with
will
my
flog
lie.
me. No, anyone you say is the lie. No, just choose anyone. I beg.
You don't like beans a lot. I don't
Tell us,
think.
tell us.
Yeah,
now
choose
what-
one. What's your own now?
The lie is that you like beans a lot. You don't like beans a lot.
Okay, here's your own.
Your favorite color is pink.
This is correct. I like beans. That's my best food.
That can be your okay. Yeah.
Best food.
Yeah, actually.
Is that
Like
your
rice
best
from
food?
small. Yeah.
Wow.
But I
love
don't think
beans.
your
Any
favorite color
variance of beans. More
So if you
akara.
want to get to his ad now,
Yeah.
no,
Make beans for
is the
him.
way. Beans
So
is the way.
what are you not going to say yours? Or
Do I
is
need-
yours us?
Yes.
Do I
Yes,
need to?
yes,
Sharp,
please.
sharp.
I didn't prepare
let's
for
run.
this actually, but okay. So I would say
Yeah, a Christian. Is that true?
that's obvious now.
Integrity
Is it?
inclined. Excellence.
A
zero.
Christian wearing shorts. Yeah. You want to make the race to heaven short.
Don't go there.
Why?
Okay, my favorite color is black.
That's a lie. That's a lie. No need to
Wait
say the
now,
truth.
wait now. Not true.
Wait now.
Not true. Yeah, it's
Tell
okay.
the truth, that's
It's
a
okay. Yeah, that's
You-
it's a
like,
lie.
how many blacks do you have in your life?
Yeah. No worry. That's finished.
No,
That's finished.
that's a lie.
People should let me say
Don't
my
worry.
truth,
You have
man.
already said the
worry.
lie. No,
You have
this,
said
we
the
know
lie.
the remaining
It's
truth.
even difficult for me to look for other things, but if you guys say
We
I
know.
can't give it to you, just to have a balance, Gen Z agree, representative of pre-millennial. Should we say pre-millennial now?
I think I actually
Just
escaped
leave it-
because
leave it
I
as
saw a Gen Z rating that I even
No,
I
no,
think I have it
Stamina,
on my
not Gen Z.
phone that says Gen Z's begin from I think 96.
No. The person that wrote it is trying to fit in. The person that
Whatever,
wrote
but
it,
I
agree.
saw it and I argued a bit with my sisters about it and then they were like no.
For the sake of this show, Sha, and for the woman that we know,
Yeah,
we
no,
agree
Gen Z.
that she's a millennial.
I'm sorry. You have tried a lot.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah, not
It
sorry.
should be. I think it should be an argument between are you a millennial or baby boomer.
Yes, that
What
would
do
be
you
fairer.
mean?
But-
No. You guys.
All right, guys. Please, disclaimer. Gen Zs, I love you guys. Die.
Prove it.
I love you.
Give me
Those
money.
ones around
Prove
me,
it.
you
Prove
know.
it.
You know now.
Give me money.
You know. Don't worry. See me after the show.
Can I give you a disclaimer too?
Okay.
I was just saying things. If you employ me, I'll not run away. I swear. That's what you would have employed me for. I don't run. I'll be
Use
there.
your mouth to destroy your
It's
future.
these people. I'm just supporting them.
Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, Rumi. Thank you so much, IT, for being
You're
a part of
welcome.
this, and I'm really grateful. We've had a nice conversation on this episode, and you guys should please, I'm begging, follow, subscribe. What's that?
Like,
thing?
comment,
like,
share.
comment, share, whatever it is that is required of you.
Whatever legal thing.
Yeah, to amplify, to help our career on Absolute Podcast. So please do, and And I think there will be like a sequel to this particular discussion. There will be. I will try everything possible to make sure that. So we can also have another balanced discussion from another point of view. So this is a matter that if you are to stretch, we have like it will become.
I mean, this is just introduction. We really need to delve into the employment part.
There should be like a sequel to this. So thank you guys for being a part of today's show. Like we've said before, follow, subscribe, like, share, comment, everything possible that you can do. Follow us on Absolute on YouTube, Absolute Podcast. On other social media platform is Absolute Pods, Absolute PODS, Absolute Pods on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, everywhere Absolute Pods. But on the streaming platform like YouTube and maybe Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you can see it as Absolute Podcast. Thank you so much, and see you. We'll meet again on another episode. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Gen Z's bye. Millennials bye.
Jiggy still.
Employers bye. Employees bye.